Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Our lives are in danger. Those are not my words. These are words of members of parliament. After the death of the member of parliament of Kasipul, Honorable Charles ONG'ONDO Were, now members of parliament are saying their lives are in danger.
Members of parliament, I can tell you, even yesterday, members who are here really feared to live here beyond dusk, as you cannot know then who is safe. And
if a sitting member of parliament can be shot when he is also with his security in broad daylight, it is something that all of us collectively, even if we have as many bodyguards as we can, we are very worried about.
Led by a member of parliament can be killed in the manner the Honorable Were was killed, who in Kenya then is safe. And that is something for the police to answer. The casual manner in which the MP lost his life is something that can downgrade the sense of security of the country in even the eye of the international community.
Whereas a politician who is dead, there is a father of 2 young girls who are grieving. We have lost Utu as a nation, and each of us, every time we say negative things, you think it affects us, but it affects you as well.
Inaweza fanyikia mbunge yoyote. Usifikiri hiyo ni unatembea na tumbo kubwa na kifua mbele hapa ndani ya town. You can be ONG'ONDO Were any time. This must be brought. People who killed ONG'ONDO Were must be brought to justice. If we are a country that has constitution, kama sisi ni nchi ambayo iko na katiba na sheria, lazima wale watu wameua ONG'ONDO Were lazima waletwe kwa kizimbani. Mimi na kwa kumalizia, tutasimama na nyinyi. We will stand with Kasipul people.
This statement and the fear that these members of parliament are having is like the connection of these members of parliament with the people is gone. And that is why you can see Kenyans are no longer sympathizing with their members of parliament. Despite of them now requesting the government to, of course, protect them, giving them security is not enough. Their lives are in danger. As I was listening to Edwin Sifuna, he has decided to say the truth. That despite of the public talking bad against members of parliament, it's because them as members of parliament, they are behaving badly. I want us to listen to Edwin Sifuna, but before we listen to him, as you always do, ensure you like the video. And like the video, you support the work that I'm doing this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So I'm just reminding you, as you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. Let us listen to Edwin Sifuna.
Tumepigwa na kutua sana sisi wana ODM kwa habari ambazo zimempata ndugu yetu wa Kasipul, Mheshimiwa ONG'ONDO Were. Nairobi and the entire country has become so unsafe ya kwamba mbunge anaweza kupigwa risasi kwa barabara tu. Ngong Road sio mahali ati kuna kichaka, hapana. Ni mahali peupe, kuna security cameras, kila kitu kiko pale. Inawezekanaje mtu apige mtu risasi pale, arudi apande boda na aende? Hakuna mtu anasemekana amemuona, jameni. Na sisi kama wabunge tunajua kwanza tumeharibu uhusiano wetu na wananchi. Wananchi hawatupendi, hiyo ndio kweli. Mheshimiwa Makani, pandwano wakakope hapo sababu zima. Because of our own manners. Tabia yetu yenyewe imefanya wananchi sasa siku hizi wanatuangalia kama sisi ni maadui. Ukiangalia baada ya kifo cha Mheshimiwa ONG'ONDO Were, ukisikiza comments zile watu wanasema, nimeona mwingine akisema huyo mtu hata asishuke hiyo boda, aendelee kuua watu. Kuna wabunge kadhaa bado lazima wataka umeharibu uhusiano wetu na wananchi, si ndio? Mtu anasimama mbele ya umma anazungumza matope kabisa. Tunaonekana ni kama sisi tunajali maisha yetu peke yake, hatujali maisha ya wananchi wa kawaida. Kule Transmara juzi tumewawa watu 6 kwa sababu ya mzozo wa ardhi. Mwenye kunyakua ardhi mnamjua. Si mnamjua? Sasa badala tu address issue ya kunyakua shamba, naona viongozi wa Rift Valley, kwa sababu wakati huu unajua wanasema ukizoea kulisha mamba watoto wa wengine, wakati watoto wa wengine wataisha, hiyo mamba itakula watoto wao. Sasa namuona Senator Cheruiyot ndiye ameamka hadi sasa anasema wanasomea IG, kama amekaa hapo Inspector General of Police wanamsomea kwa sababu imefika kwao. Lakini sisi tunasema kama hakuna mtu ambaye ni salama mahali, sisi sote hatuko salama. Haijalishi wewe ni mbunge, wewe ni mwalimu, wewe ni father, we have to have a country where everybody is safe. We have lost our empathy. You listen to a member of parliament anasema people die every day. Ni kawaida, we will move on. Those are the people giving the National Assembly and the Senate a bad name, and are giving the relationship, making the relationship between the wananchi and the people and the leaders very bad. So mimi nataka niseme pole kwa chama kizima cha ODM, kwa ndugu zetu wa Kasipul kwa kumpoteza mbunge wao. I am telling you, this thing can happen to anyone, any one of us, because we are not safe in this country, and the government must do what it needs to do to make sure that we are all safe. Last Bungoma, kuna a lot of tensions hizi, watu wanashangaa hii kiwanda yetu ya Nzoia.
After listening to Edwin Sifuna, remember there is a member of parliament called Bashir Abdullahi, Honorable Bashir Abdullahi, who reacted on the BBC documentary, and he said very clear, this BBC documentary is fueling violence and chaos in the Republic of Kenya, because other countries are also having the same problem. Why is BBC showing the documentary how people are killed? And he alleged that when people are killed in Kenya, we sympathize, we move on. And that is what Kenyans are telling these members of parliament. When ONG'ONDO was announced dead, Kenyans said, we sympathize and we move on.
Foreigners who always come and say, this is wrong, what you are doing, pointing fingers at whatever we do. BBC is a world-renowned station, media station. They have never talked about the genocide that is happening in Gaza, and yet it's a world service. BBC World Service has attended to this matter in a way that also looked at the Kenyan society or African society as something that discriminatory, sort of, if I may say so. Honorable Speaker, it looked like our media stations also picked it up without questioning how BBC World Service aired the story. It happens world over. People are killed, our people are killed, we sympathize, we moved on. Even world over. Remember, there was the same issue or similar in Capitol Hill. BBC World Service never took the opportunity to say something. It happened in London, they never said it. It happened in many Western nations, they never said it. Above all, there's the killing of women and children in Gaza, and BBC World Service never speak about it. Unfortunately, where 50,000 have been killed so far, especially women and children by a country. They never cover those things. So I think the timing of that report, and it comes at a time when IPOA and other executive agencies are doing an investigation, and they never shared that with them. Let us not subjugate or discriminate against our own agencies that we think are doing their jobs. It's a matter of us saying, let us ensure that they have capacity to do their job. But let us not clap hands for foreigners who always come and say, this is wrong, what you are doing, pointing fingers at whatever we do. BBC is a world-renowned station, media station. They have never talked about the genocide that is happening in Gaza, and yet it's a world service. But they want to incite at this time. So, Honorable Speaker, I think why I'm raising this point, because the title itself talks about bloodbath parliament. They should have talked about the protests that happened that day in Kenya or Nairobi, but they chose to use the term bloodbath parliament. That is to also see parliament in a very bad light. This doesn't mean that we don't sympathize with our Kenyans who have been killed. We did here. We mourned them. We empathized with them. We sympathized with them. But the timings of this report by BBC World is unfortunate. And it touches on lack of patriotism also on our part, trying to showcase things done by a foreign media.
So the anger in public is so serious. Now, the way you've listened to Bashir Abdullah, you can tell me who is having the problem. The problem is we have members of parliament who are so reckless and careless in their speeches. They are so reckless, and I can tell you without any fear. So for them, they want the public waonee huruma, lakini hawa hawana huruma kwa wale wananchi waliwawa na wanazidi kuwawa na polisi. Are you getting that? So for them, I'm wondering, they are now claiming their lives are in danger. How mtu yeyote anaweza malizwa anytime from now. Because how they are so reckless and they're so careless on their speeches. So for them to come and say their lives are in danger, they must ask themselves, the way Edwin Sifuna said, are they having a good rapport or good relationship with the people? Which Edwin Sifuna is saying it is not true. They are not having good relationship with the people. And that is why they can be killed and no one is sympathizing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think when someone has died, we should not celebrate, because you don't know hiyo italandia nani. Next in kwa nani. But sometimes these members of parliament are behaving bad. Umesikia Sifuna anasema, hata Wakenya wengine wanasema hata wengi waende tu. These members of parliament wametufika kwa koo. What do you think, Kenyans? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till we meet in another video.